7 things to do when preparing to buy a home near Ottawa. Buying a home can be exciting, but it can also present some challenges. And sometimes the home buying process can be quite a confusing experience. So where do you start? And what can you expect? No doubt you have searched online and passively started your home buying journey. Now you're strongly considering home ownership. In an effort to help you in your home buying experience, I'm going to share with you the 7 things that you need to do when preparing to buy a home so that you can enjoy the ride and avoid any surprises along the way. I will also share with you the one mistake that some buyers make and why you need to avoid making it. I'm going to assume at this point that you've either saved or been saving up for a down payment for a few years now. You've spoken to your lender about down payment requirements. You're about 6 months out and the dream of home ownership is coming to fruition. But how do you prepare for that home purchase? Well, here are the 7 things to do when preparing to buy a home. Number 1, budget. Do you have a personal budget on what you want to spend and what you can afford? Have you been informed of what closing costs are and what to expect? Number 2, get a pre-approval letter. This is done about 1 to 2 months out typically. A pre-approval letter from your bank shows how much home you could qualify for. A pre-approval letter is not mortgage approval, which comes after you place an offer on a home. Essentially, a pre-approval amount is a rehearsal for your mortgage, and it's necessary in order for you and your agent to make a serious offer on a home that's within your budget. So it's not a guarantee of a mortgage, but rather it's a budget from the bank, which may be different from your own personal budget. It has an expiration date typically around 90 to 120 days depending on your lender, and can be refreshed if you don't find the home that you're looking for in that time. Number 3, hire a real estate agent. And this is done about 2 to 3 months out. You'll want to hire a professional real estate expert. Why is this vital? Because buyer agents help you find homes within your pre-approval budget. They know the neighborhood and they provide necessary insights into the local housing market. They handle all the showing requests and they handle all the necessary paperwork needed in order to purchase a home. But how do you know which agent is a good fit? Research the area you're interested in and look for agents that service that area. Look at client testimonials on their webpage. And finally, meet them. Please meet them. It's so important that you and your agent gel well and that you feel comfortable with them no matter what. Does it cost anything to hire an agent? No. Unless otherwise stated, the sellers are the ones that actually pay for the professional fee on closing through their hired brokerage. So it only makes sense for you to have a professional guide direct you through the process. Number 4, start house hunting. Online. House hunting is an exciting time to explore properties that fit your needs and wants. Your agent will set you up in MLS where you'll be notified right away of a match that's within your area and within your budget. It's helpful to know what you want and need ahead of time. So refine your home search by doing up a list of your must-haves, nice or want-haves, and deal breakers. And number 5, start that car. What do I mean by that? Well, if you see a house you like online, before contacting your agent and setting up a viewing for the home, start the car and visit the area first, and preferably never at night. It's essential to visit during the day, during light hours. Take a tour of the neighborhood. Watch for things like, how do the neighbors care for their property? Is it a busy street? How big is the listed home's laneway? Something to consider, especially now as most families have 2 vehicles. Is there street parking available for guests? I personally like to preview the area and knock on neighboring doors. Yes, I do that. Ask the neighbors how they like the area. What do they like or dislike about it? What are the amenities in the area? What about school and public transportation? Are they within a decent walking distance? So again, tour the area really well first before stepping into the home. And number 6, showtime. This is a twofold point. So you viewed the property online, you visited the area, and you like what you see. Showtime point number 1. Don't be late, as these visits are closely timed by the seller and their agent. And Showtime point 2. Showtime. Yes, the time you book your showing is very important, especially in the winter where things get a little bit darker faster, but always view a property during the daylight. You can think of it this way. Would you buy shoes in a store if the lights were off?
Hey!
Certainly not, even for something as cheap as shoes. Getting a good view of the backyard and the home's physical exterior is so paramount. And lastly, the one mistake that some buyers make and why you should avoid making it, number 7, big purchases. Your offer has been accepted. Your lending has been approved. Congratulations! It's now time to buy new stuff. Huge stop. It's normal and exciting to envision yourself in your home and want shiny new things to go in it. A new TV with a surround sound. What about a newer vehicle? What about adding another vehicle? What about new appliances? Just stop. Any large purchases placed on credit during the closing stages of your offer can adversely affect your mortgage approval. Banks do not like to see change in your file. Your bank approved you on important information such as credit score, your debt ratio, and income. The bank's small print allows them to pull back on funding with buyers when the conditions of their approval have changed. So what's the lesson here? Don't make any big purchases on credit or anything that will affect your credit before your possession date. Wait until the deal is completely closed and the home is officially yours. To recap the 7 things to do when preparing to buy a home near Ottawa. Number 1, budget. Number 2, get pre-approved. Number 3, hire a real estate professional. Number 4, start your online home search. Number 5, start the car, tour the neighborhood. Number 6, showtime and showing time. And number 7, avoid big purchases. In my next video, what are the 5 top home styles? In the meantime, if you have any real estate related questions, please drop me a line. We'll see you next time.